Just hanging on a sec to get started. If anyone's jumping on live, if you're watching recorded, skip for about 30 seconds. Or just enjoy the fresh air and the walk with me as we go. Out with the dogs, out in the woods. It's a beautiful sunny day. So, today, hey Julie, let's chat later. Got your message last night, but I was on the way to bed. So, what I want to talk to you about today is standard 3. The pull for me is to talk about Corona and all of the stuff that's going on and get off track. Which is actually, I do want to talk about that first, and then we'll talk about standard 3 that I use in Joint Venture Mastermind. There's a real pull at the moment to get off track and to get enrolled in the drama and all the stuff that's going on and get distracted by what's going on and almost use it as an excuse to not be up to whatever games you're up to. Hey Pete, hey Harry Ma, it's been a while, hey Michael. There's a real pull to even unconsciously use this as an excuse to get knocked off track to whatever your dreams and goals are. And in Joint Venture Mastermind, we've got a load of standards that we live by and to. Hey James, long time. And in these standards, there's some really basic standards for living, and I'm doing a video every week of what these standards are and sharing them, and they're really powerful at the moment while we're going through all this. So I'm going to stay on track with what I said I was going to do in my work, which was a standard a week and a video about it, so that we get a bit of respite from all the stuff that's going on. And if you're watching this and you have been knocked off track by what's going on, I invite you to get back on track. I invite you to get back onto whatever it was you were up to. And if you're dealing with massive, huge things, Pete, you must be dealing with huge stuff in your business, basically not being able to function. And I got that. So this is not about, pretending everything's fine and pretending that, business is not, it's just going ahead as normal. It's not. And there will be things that you for sure have in your business plans, in your life plans, in your personal plans, goals that you've wanted to do but haven't had time for, that you could get back on track with. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about pretending that what's so isn't so. I'm talking about acknowledging that and then doing everything you can to do what you said you were going to do this year. Don't let this year get wiped out because you were too worried about stuff that you didn't focus on what you were doing. Which leads us really nicely onto standard 3 that I do in Joint Venture Mastermind. And it's actually called no gossiping. And you think, geez, Alex, what's that got to do with everything that's going on right now? Like, why do you have a standard like that? Oh my God, this will change your worlds. So, the reason that we have a standard and a rule called no gossiping is it's absolutely toxic and horrible to everyone involved. So, when I say gossip, I don't just mean the nasty stuff where we're slagging someone off. I mean all gossip, where we're gossiping about other people. And the reason, there are several reasons to take it out of your life, and it's these are the reasons, and this is why it's so powerful. If you are gossiping, you're not doing anything else. You're not working on your dreams. You're not dealing with a problem. You're talking about someone who isn't there. That's generally what gossip means. Which means if there is an issue with someone, you haven't taken it directly to them. You're diminishing and talking about them behind their backs, and that doesn't work. And it especially doesn't work for you on a personal level because you're not working on your dreams. You're not working on the cool stuff that you want to work on. So what that then means is you've got sucked down a rabbit hole that ain't your business. The other thing is, I like all my clients and friends and family to feel safe around me. And if I find myself gossiping about other people to them, they're going to think, oh my God, what does she say about me when I'm not here? I like people to know that if they talk to me, it's, they're just talking to me. They're not talking to everyone else that I know. So there's another reason. If you want your family, friends, business contacts, everyone to trust you, there's a good reason not to gossip. On top of that, it really is. It's just this. It's the same as what I've said about the coronavirus. It's like, don't focus on that. Focus on what you're up to. And again, when you're gossiping, you're focusing on someone else's life. You're focusing on what someone else is up to. You're focusing on what they didn't do. And you probably don't know the whole story. And it's very difficult to get it back. It really is. So, again, standard 3 in Joint Venture Mastermind is no gossiping. And I invite anyone watching this to give it a go. Try it for a week. Have a rule. Say, I'm not going to talk about anyone to anyone else for a week and see how it goes. And just notice how much you actually do gossip. We all do it all the time. If you read gossip magazines, guess what you're doing? You're buying into the gossip. If you are talking to someone about someone else, you're buying into gossip. So just have a little notice at how often you do this. And then imagine if you actually chose to talk about something else. So imagine if you went, actually, hey, I'm not going to do this. So I'll give you some language to stop doing it. If somebody's gossiping to you, by the way, silence is complicity. The people in Auschwitz who said nothing were complicit, right? It's the same thing. So don't be there all smug thinking, well, I don't gossip. If you're around when gossip is happening, you're complicit, right? So here's some language to get it stopped. Hey, do you know what? This really isn't about me. I think you should go and talk to ... about this, because I can't add anything in here. Or how about, hey, do you know what? I've noticed we're gossiping. That's not a very evolved way of speaking. Let's talk about some ideas and some cool stuff instead. Let's talk about how we are, how we feel, what we're up to. By the way, when you start trying this, some people might think you're weird, but it will catch on because it's very freeing when everyone realizes that you don't want to gossip anymore, because it means they won't be gossiped about either. Another one is, wow, I've just noticed we're really gossiping about that person. That must really suck for them because they're not here to answer what we're saying. And I hope people don't do that about me. So I'm going to stop doing that to other people. Again, just try it on for size. Imagine if this week you tried on different conversations other than gossiping. Imagine if instead of, I don't know, complaining about what the politicians are doing or not doing, you tried something else. You focused on what you were doing. You helped people in your community and you did something. You stopped talking about what your neighbours are doing or not doing. And again, you focused on what you were doing or not doing. All of a sudden, my goodness, there's trees down everywhere here. All of a sudden, you get to focus on your own life and your own shit and what you're doing and not doing instead of what everyone else is doing and not doing. And in the times that are going on now, woo! How powerful would that be? So, standard 3, no gossiping. Give it a go. Try it for a week. If you don't like it, take it back. Start talking about people again. But if you do like it, keep it. And change your world. It'll change everyone's world around you. And you'll start to get that we're all in this together and we're all struggling and we're all dealing with our shit. And let's mind our own business and leave people to deal with their shit. And let's deal with our own shit. And then spend our time doing way more powerful stuff than gossiping. Massive love to all of you. Anyone who's struggling, anyone who needs some money help, give me a shout. I am offering some free coaching sessions for anyone who doesn't mind it being online. Other than that, all my groups are now online and we're carrying on and we're working on stuff. And I invite you all to do the same. Keep going, gorgeous people. Speak to you soon. Bye.